Okay, good day everyone. Now we will be having our human immunodeficiency virus or your HIV. Okay, your HIV is a retrovirus that infects the human system primarily what? The CD4 T lymphocytes. Okay, so this is your what? Type of your WBC, yung CD4 T lymphocytes natin. Okay, pag sinabi nating human immunodeficiency, okay, so ibig sabihin yung host natin nagiging what? Immunocompromised. Bakit? Dahil nasisira yung CD4 nila. Okay? Nagkakaroon ng what? Nagkakaroon ng destruction ng CD4 ninyo because of the mutation from what? From the virus infected, pumasok siya sa CD4 mo. Okay, ngayon, nasira yung CD4 mo and nag-mutate siya. Okay, so now, what are the modifiable risk factors for this? Okay, you have your unprotected sex, okay? Or pwedeng multiple sex partner, especially if unfaithful yung mga partners, okay? And then sharing contaminated needles, okay? Yung mga tinusok, okay, na mga needles sa patient na may HIV tas itutusok sa iba, okay? Most common yan sa US, okay? Blood transfusion with unscreened blood donor. Okay, so ibig sabihin, yung blood na dinodonate natin, ini-screen yan for HIV, kaya may bayad. Okay, so marami sa inyo nagtatanong if bakit may bayad yung mga dinodonate, free nyo namang binigay. Tapos binabayaran ng 1,800. Yung 1,800 na yon ginagamit nila bayad yon for the screening process, not the blood itself. Okay, the screening process kasi chine-check pa nila yan for STDs. Okay, and then we have your mother-to-child transmission during what? The pregnancy and breastfeeding. Okay, so paano ba nangyayari? Okay, nagkaroon ng unprotected sex or multiple sex partners. Okay, sharing contaminated needles, blood transfusion with unscreened blood, mother-to-child transmission during the pregnancy and breastfeeding. Okay? Illustration ko lang, what happened is that from your modifiable risk factor ngayon, magkakaroon ng viral entry. Okay? This is your what? HIV virus now. Ngayon, what will happen is that your HIV virus will bind to your what? Will bind to your CD4 receptor. Okay? Saan? Sa CD4 T helper cells natin. This is your CD4 T cell. Okay? That is your CD4 T cell. Okay? Meron tayong receptor dyan na dyan magbabind yung what? HIV natin. Okay? So, pag nag-bind dyan, pwede na ba siyang pumasok sa CD4 T cell ninyo? Yes. Ngayon, what happened is that the viral RNA is converted into DNA by reverse transcriptase. Okay? Yung viral RNA natin, yung RNA natin, it is what? A single strand. Okay? Now, it will be converted to your viral DNA. Okay? So, nagiging double strand na siya. Okay? Nagiging double strand na siya. And then, pag na-convert na siya into your DNA, okay, na-convert na siya from your viral RNA to your viral DNA, what happened is that yung viral DNA, it integrates into the host genome. Okay? So, pumapasok na siya saan? Sa may genome natin, sa may genes. Okay? And then, yung infected genes natin, okay, yung katawan kasi natin, the host cell machinery produces viral proteins. Okay? And then, nagkakaroon ng assembly of your what? Assembly of your new virions. Okay? Sorry for that. Assembly of your new virions. Okay? And then, nagkakaroon ng viral replication. Okay? Now, pag nagkaroon kasi ng viral replication, okay, itong CD4 mo na infected, di ba? Magmumultiply yan na nagkukos ng viral replication natin. Okay? So, pwede magkaroon ng direct effect and indirect effect. Okay? Pwedeng first is what? Direct effect. Ano nangyayari sa direct effect natin? Okay? Yung infected na cells could die from your viral replication. Pwedeng mamatay, okay? Yung infected cell natin. Pag sinabi naman nating indirect effect, yung immune-mediated apoptosis, okay? So, pwedeng magkaroon ng what? pwede magkaroon ng apoptosis. Pag sinabi natin kasing apoptosis, cell death to, okay? Program cell death, na program siya para mamatay. Okay, so now, nagkakaroon ng destruction of your CD4 T cells. Okay, pag nagkaroon ng destruction ng CD4 T cells ninyo, pwede bang mag-decrease yung CD4 count? Yes, pag nag-decrease ang CD4 count, yung immune system ninyo magkakaroon ng exhaustion. Okay, mapapagod. Okay, yung immune system ninyo causing what? Progressive CD4 T cell depletion. Pag sinabi nating depletion, pababa ng pababa yung count ng CD4 ninyo. Okay, so pag pababa ng pababa yung CD4 count ninyo, it could lead to the impairment of your adaptive immunity. Okay, causing what? The signs and symptoms of your HIV, such as your what? Your flu-like symptoms, fever, rash, headache, and swollen glands. Okay, yan yung makikita mo saan? Sa patient mo with HIV. Okay, now, pwedeng mag-increase yung susceptibility mo to opportunistic infection and cancer pag masyado nang mababa yung T cells mo. Remember that your T cells, it could kill your virus and at the same time your cancer cells. Okay? So what happened is that kapag nagkaroon ng what? Pag bumaba yung CD4 count ninyo, nag-i-increase yung susceptibility nyo for the opportunistic infection. Okay, yung mga patient natin with HIV, hindi sila namamatay because of HIV. Namamatay sila because of what? The opportunistic infection, especially your what? Your pneumonia. Okay, especially your pneumonia kasi masyadong mababa yung immune system. Okay, and at the same time, pwede ring mamatay yung pasyente nyo because of what? Because of cancer. Okay, because of cancer. Bakit? Kasi ang T cells natin, tinutulungan niya yung katawan natin to kill cancer cells. But then, nagkaroon ng decrease, okay, in the production or pwedeng nagkaroon ng destruction yung CD4 T cells ninyo. Di ba? Wala nang papatay sa mga cancer cells. Okay? So, pwedeng mag-increase yung risk na magkaroon ng cancer yung mga pasyente nyo, especially your Kaposi sarcoma. Okay? So, and then, pag bumaba yung CD4 count niyo until less than 200, it could lead to your acquired immunodeficiency syndrome or your AIDS. Okay? Masyado nang mababa yung CD4 count ninyo. It could lead to your what? Your AIDS. Okay? So again, ang kinamamatay ng mga pasyente natin with HIV, hindi dahil sa HIV virus. It's because of what? The opportunistic infection and your cancer cells. Kasi nga, wala nang magpo-protect sa katawan mo. Because of what? The destruction of your CD4 T cells. Okay, that is your HIV. Okay, next, we have your systemic lupus erythematosus. Okay, so ano nangyayari naman dito? It is a chronic autoimmune disorder or autoimmune inflammatory disease. Pag sinabi nating autoimmune, okay, yung mismong katawan mo ang pumapatay sa sarili mong katawan. Okay? Nagkaroon ng production ng antibodies that could kill, okay, yung cells ninyo. Okay? It is a autoimmune inflammatory disease in which the immune system produces antibody against self-antigens, leading widespread inflammation and tissue damage. Okay? What are the modifiable risk factors? Okay? Meron tayong mga medication yan, such as your hydralazine, procainamide, isoniazid. Okay? This medication induces SLE. Pero kapag in-stop mo silang gamitin, magi-stop din yung what? Okay, yung signs and symptoms na lumalabas. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pag in-stop yung mga medication na to, pwede ring mawala yung SLE that induces, okay, by your medications. Okay? We also have your poor stress, okay, hormonal factors such as your estrogen exposure. Okay? Your poor stress management, it triggers flares. Okay? Pag sinabi nating flares, ito yung acute attacks, okay, ng mga SLE natin, patients natin. Okay? Hormonal factors such as your estrogen exposure, ini-increase nila yung risk for having what? Systemic lupus erythematosus natin or your SLE. Okay? Pagdating naman sa non-modifiable risk factors natin, okay, pagdating sa female, okay, mas madalas nagkakaroon ng SLE ang mga females 9 times compared to your male. Okay? Because of what? Because of the estrogen. Okay? Because of the estrogen. Okay? Pwede rin yan genetics. Meron na sa genes talaga nila. Okay? And then we have your ethnicity. 'Di ba? African, Asian, and Hispanics. Okay? If ito yung mga races mo, ibig sabihin, mas increase ka for having what? Your SLE. Okay? Pagdating naman sa age natin, we have your 15 to 45. Okay? Bakit 15 to 45? Usually, nadadiagnose to sa mga ganitong edad. Okay? So, what happened sa SLE natin? Okay, nagkakaroon ng what? Triggers. Okay? Triggers that could lead to the loss of your immune tolerance. Okay? Pag nagkaroon ng loss of immune tolerance, nagkakaroon ng immune system produces antibodies. So, ibig sabihin yung immune system mo nagpo-produce ng mga antibodies. And these antibodies binds to your what? Antigen. Okay? So, pag nagkaroon na ng binding from your antibodies to your antigen, nagkakaroon ng formation ng what? Formation ng immune complexes. Okay? Pag sinabi nating immune complexes, kasi ang function nito, okay, is to clear and remove foreign substance, okay, or pathogens and toxins from the body. Okay, so yun yung ginagawa niya. Yun yung normally, okay, na ginagawa ng what? Ng immune complexes natin. Okay, so what happened is that yung mga nabubuo na immune complexes kasi is nade-deposit sila sa mga tissues. Okay, nade-deposit sila sa mga tissues like your kidneys, skin, joints, and blood vessels. Okay, pag nagkaroon ng deposition ng immune complexes sa mga tissues ninyo, it triggers the type 3 hypersensitivity. Okay? Pag nagkaroon kasi ng type 3 hypersensitivity, nagkakaroon ng inflammatory damage. Okay? So, ano yung mga makikita nating signs and symptoms usually? Okay, in general, makikita natin dyan fatigue, fever, malaise, and your what? Weight loss. Okay, pagdating naman sa musculoskeletal natin, makakakita ka dyan ng joint and muscle pain. Okay, pwede rin mag-cause yan ng rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, yung RA na tinatawag natin. Pagdating sa musculoskeletal, pag doon na-deposit yung what? Yung immune complexes ninyo. Okay, pag sa skin naman and mucous membrane, na-deposit yung immune complexes ninyo, it could lead to your what? Butterfly rash. Okay, yung butterfly rash natin, ito yung sinasabi natin na pathognomonic sign of your what? Your SLE. Okay? Pwede rin magkaroon ng photosensitivity yung mga pasyente ninyo with SLE. Pwede rin alopecia and oral ulceration. Okay? Pag na-deposit naman kasi ang immune complexes ninyo pagdating sa may renal system ninyo, it could lead to what? It could lead to your glomerulonephritis. Okay? So, pag nagkaroon ng glomerulonephritis yung pasyente ninyo, nagkakaroon dyan ng leakage ng protein. Kaya nagkakaroon ng proteinuria. Pwede rin magkaroon ng leakage ng blood. Kaya nagkakaroon ng hematuria. Okay? So, dahil nasira ang kidney ninyo because of the immune complexes, it could lead to your edema. Okay? Kasi nga, may proteinuria, nagdi-decrease ang what? Protein sa blood ninyo. Remember that your protein stabilizes your oncotic pressure, especially your albumin. Okay? And then hypertension. Okay? Kasi nagkakaroon ng what? Nagkakaroon ng edema saan? Sa katawan ninyo. Okay? When it comes to hematologic signs and symptoms naman, pwede magkaroon ng anemia, leukopenia, and thrombocytopenia. Okay? Ibig sabihin, mababa to lahat. Okay? Next, pagdating naman sa cardiopulmonary natin, it could lead to your pleuritis and your pericarditis. Pwede rin magkaroon ng chest pain yung pasyente mo. At the same time, shortness of breath. Okay? Pagdating naman sa neurologic, okay? Pag nagkaroon ng tawag dito, pag nagkaroon ng deposition ng immune complexes natin sa nervous system natin, nagkakaroon ng headache, seizure, psychosis, and cognitive dysfunction. Okay? So pag nakita nyo to, na-activate na yung system ninyo, causing what? Inflammation and tissue injury. Okay? Causing what? Your chronic inflammation, and then it could lead to your progressive organ damage. Okay? It could lead to your what? Progressive organ damage. So that is your SLE.